Hello everyone. One thing I find annoying is when people tell their dogs to chase small animals because they can't be bothered to play with them. I saw something like this when Jack was a teenager. We were walking in the park, and as we entered the park, we saw an owner and their dog. Now this dog was a staff. I have nothing against dog breeds as a whole. I believe it's down to the owner most of the time. Even if it is down to the dog, it could be because of a past owner. Anyway, this dog was getting very excitable on her lead, and the owner looked at the dog, no joke, and said, "Oh, go chase a squirrel or something." Excuse me, what on earth did the squirrel ever do to you? Why? Just why? Why did the squirrel have to have a heart attack because of you? Anyway, so I ignored it, mainly because I didn't think it was serious. About halfway through our walk, this happens. We pass a children's playground in the park, and as we do, we see this same staff chasing, wait for it, a squirrel. And this squirrel was so frightened that it manages to make it to the playground area and then faints from sheer exhaustion. The staff, thinking that its subject is deceased, decides to move on. The squirrel sees that its hunter has abandoned it and proceeds to yeet on out of there. But it keeps to the floor, and this staff sees it again. Now when this happens, this squirrel comes and bumps into Jack. Now, considering it's just been chased by a massive dog, to come across another dog and that it trusted him, oh, wow, okay. So it hides behind Jack. Keep in mind that Jack's instinct should have told him to eat the squirrel as well. But Jack's motto has always been that you eat things that are entering your habitat rather than anything else. So this staff comes along. She was obviously a lot younger, you could tell by her behaviour, and the squirrel is hiding behind Jack. He's quaking in his boots. He's probably doing that playing dead thing again, and Jack starts going off on this staff. He's growling at her, he's baring his teeth, he's really showing her, Hey, we don't hurt the wildlife out here. If we do, make sure it's in your ass. Look here, love, we don't do that round here. Anyway, he has a right royal go at her, and he tells her off for doing that. And she backs up, gives a whimper, and goes about her day. We did see her again later, funnily enough. Jack had moved on because animals don't really hold a grudge. Unless you're Jack, in which case I have a funny story for you later. Anyway, when he saw her again, he wasn't angry with her because she wasn't doing anything that he didn't like. They sniff, they say hello, they act as if they've never met each other. But here's the thing, going back to the squirrel that was lying unconscious behind the dog. When the staff is gone, Jack turns around to the squirrel. He nudges it gently because, now it's autumn time when they're trying to get ready for sleep. Anyway, the squirrel gets up, no joke, I can't believe this happened. Gets up, he climbs his tree, this is obviously his home. He climbs up, he goes into his tree, and he brings down 3 acorns and gives them to the dog. Now the dog's sitting there going, "Excuse me, what am I supposed to eat? It's a nice gift, but what am I supposed to do with these? What are they, and what do I do with them?" So he doesn't really know what to do with them, but the squirrel just basically gave him a gift for saving his life. Also, it was that day that I realised that the dog could climb trees, because he did. The squirrel tapped him on the head and then ran up the tree, and Jack, still attached to his lead, also attempted to run up the tree. He boinged onto the first branch and then yeeted up the tree. He just went straight up the tree, and he didn't touch squirrels up till his death. If there was a squirrel in his house, maybe, but most things that are big, that can be bigger than a rat, that stand up on 2 legs like that, no, he doesn't really touch them, Things that go squeak and that tend to walk on all 4s and look like rats and mice, I wouldn't leave him with a guinea pig. And I used to have guinea pigs, but okay. That is the hilarious incident of how Jack saved a squirrel and got a gift out of it. I don't know what absolutely goes through owners' minds when they go, "Oh yeah, just chase," said creature. That's like telling a human to go to a nursery and say, "Oh, go kidnap a child or something." It's just as bad. If you were to get a bully and plonk him among a load of kids that can't defend themselves, it's the same. So me personally, I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, Jack respects rodents, he likes squirrels, he understands how to speak cat, as you'll know if you look back at my video about cats and dogs. I'll leave that link in the description. But anyway, if you're still here, then you're handsome, and you're beautiful, and you, well, I'm speechless. I'll let you know next time I see you. Over to the pets. Hello all, this is Sylvie. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more. Hey everyone, my name's Bonjour. If you enjoyed yourself, then give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and if you had fun, then comment down below and let my mum know what your favourite wild animal is.